I'm going live and I'm doing live on a vertical stream today. Normally I do lives twice a month. And so this is kind of an impromptu one I threw in there. So basically, I'm Marina Blackford. If you found my channel, I help people through chemo and cancer treatment, and I'm the Beyond Cancer coach. So this channel is a safe place for you to come and get some tips for getting through chemo, radiation, surgery for breast cancer, and beyond. Beyond was really important when I created this channel. I had this tag on the cover page that said, Beyond surviving, thriving on life. Because something about being just labeled a survivor or just saying you're surviving sometimes just it didn't totally sit with me. I'm like, I want to create what you want, right? And so that was my tagline. It was beyond surviving, thriving on life. And I really wanted to make note of that too, because I thought the thriving on life part, I'm like, again, like, what are we thriving on? Living. Like, this is the celebration. The fact that you woke up today is is the win. That's the win. Life. There's no other requirement really. And so that was my original tag on the cover. And now I just have like live beyond or something there. But that's why I started this channel, and it went from just chemo tips, which is always what I wanted to do, and then some vlogging, and then really just now some lives to help make a community and support you all. So thank you for being here. I have a lot of comments on, so I want to say hi to some people. Um, I'll scroll back. Sorry about a little bit hopping on late. I had my whole desk set up where I sit with my Yeti microphone and I tippy tappy type on my keyboard if I need to. But I got a new computer, and with that comes technical issues like it doesn't recognize the HDMI cable for your vlog camera. I'll figure it out. But thank you for being here. Sandra's first comment on, she says, "Hello, hi Marina," with little heart emojis on the face. Thank you, Sandra, for the love. Pink butterfly. I'm going through chemo now. How to deal with fears of recurrence. Pink butterfly, you're not alone. It's probably the most common question of people that are diagnosed, I feel like. Besides maybe what to expect from chemo, it's how do I deal with the fear of recurrence? And I've talked about it a bit here on the channel. Actually, I've talked about it a lot. I have a video titled like how to deal with the fear. So I'll try to pin that back in the comments for you. But here's how I'd answer that today. How do I deal with the fear? I've had breast cancer twice, and I view everything as like a grateful moment. When I found a lump for the second time under my armpit, it's like I knew in a moment. I just knew. I knew that that lump wasn't supposed to be there, even though I had all my breast tissue removed. I thought, "Oh my gosh, that is not supposed to be there. I need to call my oncologist tomorrow." And so I just turned noticing into action, and then action into what it's going to be. I have a video I actually just watched because I'm kind of going through my videos, but it's called my like emotional diagnosis video. And I'm in the car getting the call after going to get that lump checked from the cancer center. And I talk about if it's cancer again, and I think it is, that I will beat it. And so dealing with the fear, you deal with the fear by living. There's no there I mean, living in the fear, I'm going to phrase it this way, and I'm sorry if it pushes a little bit um if you're not ready to hear it, but living with the fear, it just doesn't serve you. And so I honestly feel like at some point it's a choice. Fear. And that might be hard for some of us to hear. But I think our right as survivors is to live your life, and whatever will be, will be. To me, that's called faith. At some point, you have to choose that you're just going to live your life and not let fear run it. And If you can believe that you always have choices, even if you have cancer, even if you're told you have cancer, you still always have choices. That starts to create that cycle more in a positive spin than a downward spiral. So I deal with the fear by just living. It's literally the opposite. It's all I can do. I eat intentionally if I can. I don't eat perfect, but I enjoy my life. Um, you know, I don't know if there's anybody doing things perfectly out there, to be honest. There's ways we can improve. Health is important. If you can look at your diet and lifestyle, do it. It could help. But at the end, it's really a choice. Lori Be Grateful says, "Good afternoon, Marina. Good afternoon. It's morning here in Arizona. Today, special shout out. I doubt he's watching this because he's golfing, but my husband, it's his birthday. So happy birthday to him. He is my biggest supporter always. And I'm so thankful to have him on my side. So happy birthday, hubby. Joyful D. Francisco Pantolana says, "Good evening from Ab Abu Dhabi. Good evening. Wow. This is the reach of the internet, everybody, that we can connect wherever we are. It's amazing. Thank you, YouTube, for bringing us together in community." Regina, I love seeing you, says, "Good afternoon, Marina and ladies. I hope everyone is having a blessed, faithful Field Friday. Relax and enjoy. Give yourself grace." I'll correct that typo. Pink butterfly, chemo making me so emotional and depressed. Yes, yes. Pink butterfly asked, "How do I deal with the fear?" And now sharing, chemo is making me so emotional and depressed. So yes. So two things. One, chemo is doing what it's supposed to do, which is to kill off fast growing cells. That's cancer. It's doing that. And with that comes side effects, and that part sucks. That part is not fun. And feeling tired and nauseous, unfortunately, can be part of it, especially the fatigue. I would really encourage staying hydrated, feeding yourself healthy food when you feel well. I love soups, smoothies, fresh fruit, vegetables, all of that's really, really good. And rest. And when you feel well, get up and move a little bit, right? Movement's always a little bit good. Can even bring your emotions up a little bit. It actually gives you some energy to move. And then accepting that right now, when you're tired, your emotions are going to be likely more depressed. Your emotions are going to be harder to manage. I was almost going to say, don't trust your emotions during chemo. Because it's like it's so hard to trust yourself when you're just so tired. And that might sound funny. I hope you understand what I'm saying. When you're tired, everything seems hard. Cooking dinner seems hard, right? Like everything, let alone trying to live or raise a family or whatever you're doing. So ask for help, accept help. Remember to be there for others if you can, in a sense of not just talking about you, but maybe checking in with the people that are helping you. How are you doing? Do you need a break? Don't worry, right now I'm fine. Go ahead and give the people that are helping you permission that you're also okay. Maybe you just need some rest. So during chemo, it's a different, that's very, very unique time. And I come at you now as a two-time survivor, somebody that went through chemo many times, 31 times. Um, and it gets so far removed from my memory. But if I'm being honest, yeah, chemo can be very um it can be hard, but you can get through it and you will get through it. And the goal is to remember that chemo is doing what it's meant to do, that it's getting rid of cancer cells by cancer cells. Lori, uh, be grateful. It's always good to see you. Um, Pink butterfly, I hate chemo. I'm halfway through. I know it's not easy. Halfway is tough. About halfway is where your numbers might start to drop, like when they do your blood work, So your iron, maybe your white blood cells, make sure they're giving that a boost if they need to with an injection for the white blood cells and neutrophils. If your iron drops too low, they should not be administering chemo. You might need a blood transfusion. That could happen, could not. And sometimes you just need a break. So don't be afraid to speak up and make sure that they're really looking at those numbers. And I remember I didn't want to take a break because I had a timeline. I'm very type A. I'm like, I got to get this done. And when we had to pause chemo, I would be like frustrated because all I wanted to do was just get it done. But sometimes getting the break with chemo, if there's a week that they pause, to let your health kind of come back up, it's really nice. It's really nice. So if you need to pause during chemo, take it as the rest you need. Crystal, I love seeing you here. Crystal is a member, so supporting the channel. I appreciate it so much. If you guys get anything out of the lives and you want to send a super thanks or be a member, it supports me and I appreciate it so much. She says, "Hi, Marina. I'm so glad I can make it to a live. You look amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I just got home from the gym. I am training for my eighth marathon. I'm doing the Disney World Marathon in January. So today was leg day, and I did a strength workout for my legs at the gym. It's a workout that honestly you could do at home with dumbbells or a resistance band and a mat. I love the Down Dog app. I use the HIT app and the yoga app and the meditation in there. But I go to the gym because I have a puppy. He's crazy. He doesn't let me work out at home. So thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Mary Muthi says, hello. Hello, all of you on the live today. Hello. And let me see, since I don't always do verticals, um, I don't always know how to do everything on the verticals. There's an add button here, start a poll, start a question. Cool. Chat filter, don't know. Okay. Well, cool. Just playing around with my YouTube settings here. Okay, I want to read some more comments here. Lori says, I saw my oncologist on Tuesday for my 6 month follow up. She is transferring me to the survivorship clinic for my next 6 month follow up. Wow, that's great. Survivorship clinic. What does that look like? I'd be curious. I'd love for you to follow up with us and share at some point what your experience with that is. Because all I know is I just see my oncologist for 5 years and then we talk about what's next. And I'm on year 4 after treatment. So this year, what was new was I recently had a bone density scan done to get a baseline since I've had a hysterectomy to prevent ovarian cancer. So I go over that with my oncologist when I see her in like a couple weeks. So that's where I'm at 4 years after. And I do a yearly breast MRI, and I do that because I have had breast cancer twice and I am BRCA1 positive, putting me at high risk. Um, Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, there's a hummingbird on the other side. Oh, he just flew away. That was incredible. There was a hummingbird like right here visiting our live, guys. Um, Paula, hi everyone from Virginia. Hi, Paula. Thank you for saying hi, Sassy B123. Oh, it's my son's birthday too. I feel like September is popular birthday month. My daughter was this week. I shared that. Capri turned 5. So if you watch any of my vlogs when I was going through my last cancer journey, she's in it as a baby, and now she's 5 years old. That's the balloons behind me. These are for her birthday that we just celebrated 2 days ago, and we're having her birthday party tomorrow, so there's gonna be even more balloons, all the balloons. Sybil Andrews, amen. That's so good. Good day, everyone. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. Ina, hello. Sandra, give yourself some grace and don't be embarrassed to message your oncology team with any questions you have. Use that my chart. Yeah, if you're medical center has a my chart, a portal, something that where you log in and you can message, use it because they check those messages and they get back to you quicker than a phone call sometimes. That's great advice, Sandra. So good. So good. Tiffany, uh, Charleville says, hi, Marina. I made it through chemo on 8/22, August 22nd. Where are we at? Almost a month. Had 16 treatments, double mastectomy scheduled on 10/1. I now have COVID. Any suggestions on recovering from COVID? Oh man, that's tough. Um, I'm not a doctor. If I was recovering from COVID, um, it's a flu. So you have to kind of, it's a virus, right? You got to treat it like that. Um, Rest, hydrate, boost your immune system with vitamin C, extra vitamin C. I would be taking extra vitamin C for your immune system right now. I love echinacea or elderberry. I used to do an elderberry syrup. That was locally made with honey. I loved it. So elderberry is really great for the immune system. Um, I mean, I think that's the best you can do, right? Is just what you can do. You can, that's not just the best. There are medications that supposedly help, right? Get through COVID faster. So go to a minute clinic, a doctor, somewhere and see if there's an option to take something to help with your symptoms. Yeah, definitely. I mean, since you know you have COVID, did they offer that? I'd be curious. Your nurse, anybody? Um, Butterfly. My white blood cell count is getting so low. My oncologist will lower down my dose due to my side effects. Hopefully it works, but I eat pretty good. Also juice and cook healthy food. I'm connecting more to fam. Good. That's so good. Yes. It's hard to do this on your own. So connecting with family could help just lift your spirits. Um, which is important. This is the thing about cancer and life. Sometimes we get so busy and so focused on ourself or getting by, whatever it is, um, that we haven't spent time with others in like a healthy way, just sitting and chatting. And it's so important. It's literally good for your mental health, for you physically, because it lowers your cortisol, your stress. So connecting with others, sharing a space with others. Sandra, congrats, Lori. Yes, congrats, Lori, on your last chemo. So huge. Um, Kiss Lena. Is it Elena? I'm trying to remember. That's your handle on YouTube. But good to see you. Hi, Marina. So happy to catch you live. So proud of you, strong women, you woman. So proud of you, strong woman marathoner. Thank you so much. I have these moments where I'm running and I'm like, why am I doing this? And then I remember because I can, because I'm building experiences and I love it. I'm taking my family to Disney World for the first time and raising money for cancer research. This is incredible. I get to do this. I get to do this. That's what I tell myself when I'm out there running all those miles. Pink butterfly. I'm thinking about removing my ovaries. My cancer is hormonal sensitive, and I have check to mutation. Is the surgery very painful? I'm thinking about it a lot. These are great questions to go over with your medical team. Um, because there's a lot of factors to look at, right? Are you done having kids so that you're like prepared for that? Um, the risk versus benefit ratio. The risk is that you could get early osteoporosis with having hysterectomy. The benefit is not getting ovarian cancer, especially if you're high risk because of a genetic mutation. So there's a lot of variables to go over that are unique to you. So you got to talk to medical experts. And sometimes it's not just one, it's two. It's the oncologist and the surgeon that would do that and make sure that, that they've answered all your questions. For me, being a BRCA1 genetic mutation carrier, it was very important for me to have my hysterectomy done and my ovaries removed. And I did that after having breast cancer the second time. I was 37 when I did that. So, as far as is it very painful? Um, it was very sore, very, very sore, painful the day of surgery. Like I came out of surgery, it was very numb and nauseous, and definitely, yeah, I was uncomfortable. There was pain for at least 24 hours after, probably 48 hours after it calmed down, and after that, it was not bad. It wasn't bad. The incisions are small, so it's not the incisions, it's the procedure itself, right? I mean, that's a big, big thing. But my mind was always on the focus of I'm getting rid of my cancer risk. I want to be here a long time. This is the right thing for me. Lori, be grateful. She said, not in active treatment, no evidence of, oh, this is your follow-up here. Okay, so you're not in active treatment, no evidence. This is what survivorship clinic requirements are. Okay, if any of you have a cancer center that you graduate to survivor clinic. You're not in chemo radiation, right? You have no evidence of cancer 3 years after removal and treatment, and she doesn't anticipate me needing any active treatment again. So survivorship clinic will follow me now. That's great. What a great system they've set up. Yeah. Let's see. SB, hello. Good afternoon, Marina. You're looking so beautiful. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. Juan Laya Harden. Hi, how are you doing? I am doing really well. I'm busy. It's a very busy time of year. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a speaker, and so I have a big speaking event next month that I get to tell my story and empower people in their lives. I'm going to help moderate the Young Survival Coalition Wellness Summit here in Phoenix next weekend. I'm so excited. I've never done that, but I'm like so excited. So I get to bring on their speaker for their wellness summit and help with that Young Survival Coalition. Um, and I'm training for a marathon. So all is good. Just checking the boxes one by one and coaching. So if you need personal coaching, you're in treatment and you want somebody to walk that personally with you, that is something I do. Since it's an intimate process, we talk before and see what your needs are and see if that's something I can help you with. You can go to marinablackford.com to book a call with me. You can go to marinablackford.info if you want to see what else I have available, which is a free chemo tip list, a chemo checklist, and a simplify your day free, just a little freebie of things when I start getting too cluttered, too overwhelmed. I use call my threes to get me through the day. And that's on marinablackford.info. If you're interested in running, I link some running products there, my favorite running shorts, my favorite running fuel. And yeah, that's what I have going on right now. I'm updating stuff all the time because that's the digital world we live in. Subscribe, turn on notifications so we can chat monthly if you have questions. R. Ruiz says, good morning. Anyone here taking Zoladex and anastrozole? My oncologist team wants to change me from tamoxifen to Zoladex and anastrozole, and I'm concerned about the side effects. Okay, tamoxifen to those two. I'd be curious why they're switching you. Were you already having side effects? I did Zoladex during chemo, the first journey. So I had that injection done every 4 weeks, puts you into forced menopause. Side effects, hot flashes if you're in forced menopause. That for me has gotten better over time. That was really, I noticed it a lot in the beginning with Zoladex and chemo, and something that eventually got better. Um, so hot flashes was probably the biggest one. Weight gain could be a possible side effect. I don't know for sure. That for me might have been from steroids. Um, Mentally, I was on Zoladex for just a period of time, so I can't really speak to like feeling anxious or mental health. I think I did okay with it. Um, and so anybody else have tips? Lori is commenting on here for you. She's been on a anastrozole for 2 years, three more to go. See if you can use turmeric. It helped with the joint pain tremendously. Um, Turmeric, as long as you're out of treatment, they don't usually recommend turmeric if you're in chemo, but if chemo's done, you should be able to take that yellow little turmeric supplement. Um, that's good advice, Lori. Regina Jeter says, I have the genetic patient also, which includes, okay, I think mutation, which includes breast cancer, pancreas cancer, and ovarian cancer. It just had a year last year being cancer free. So I'm afraid that it will have to be done. Having your ovaries removed, Regina, is that what you're thinking? Um, I would say if that's what you're talking about, having your ovaries removed to reduce your risk due to a mutation, just think of it as empowering. I thought it was so empowering that we know about genetic mutations. That's relatively new. When my mother was first diagnosed with breast cancer in 1997, they didn't know about all of this stuff. And now we do. And so now you're given the option of if you have this mutation, here are your options. So I view it as empowerment, making the choice to remove ovaries. Um, right? Ovarian cancer is hard to diagnose. It's hard to know if you're having symptoms, is what I'm trying to say. Of course, they can diagnose it with imaging and biopsy, but like as far as having symptoms, it's not like checking for a lump or having a mammogram done, you know? So I thought it was very empowering to know these things and then to make choices. Um, Tamina says, "Hi, Marina. I wish you long life." Oh, thank you. I received that. Yes. Long life, long life. Regina. But I think I'll be wanting to do that because I don't want any more, but we will see. I'll be glad to see her next week. These are great, great questions to go over. So, yes. Yeah, removing everything. I removed everything, Regina, when I say hysterectomy. So that would be your removing your uterus, and removing ovaries would be um bilateral salpingo oophorectomy. So yes, I've had all of it removed. I mean, sometimes they give you the option if you just want the hysterectomy or both or all. I was like, all? You know, I asked questions with my surgeon, right? What are the benefits of keeping it and not, and all of that. So, um, you guys are doing the right thing. Even bringing up any of these questions that you all had today, medication, surgery, fear, just bringing that up is taking it out of your head and starting to work on it, putting it outside yourself, getting feedback from others that have been through it, and then making your choices. Making choices is empowering. It's taking back your life when you feel like you didn't have a choice, that you were told you have cancer. And now we're going to make choices to get you cancer free and living a long life. Long life for all of us. R. Ruiz says, they want to change me because I'm 39, PR positive, onco score 26, and period stopped while in chemo. My ovaries and adrenal gland are still producing hormones. Yeah, they said the combo has shown better results. Oh, interesting. Okay, so tamoxifen used to be like the go-to if you had a hormone-fed breast cancer. I mean, this is just times change because they get more research. Isn't that great? More research brings you better results. But tamoxifen was like the original, the OG. Like, I've had a hormone-fed breast cancer. I have to be on that for 10 years. I think in a good way that they're finding, you know, through research that other combos might serve you better. So, if it's being recommended, I think it's worth trying. I always feel like you can report back and make changes if you need to, but if what's being recommended because it's going to be the best for your scenario, then it's worth trying, right? Because we want to give you the best odds of a long life cancer free. Um, that's really good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, I'm all caught up on comments. You guys asked great things today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, Here's what I'm going to leave you with if we're ending here. Yeah, we're about at 30 minutes, but I asked this question before in one of my lives, and I'm going to ask something a little differently. I think I'm going to ask it like this. I don't want to say like what's your biggest hurdle right now because we're all working on something, right? And so I want you to kind of think in a more positive way. I want you to think before you were ever told you had cancer. And I want you to even go back pretty far, maybe more into being a child. And you would think of being an adult and you imagined what that was like. And you didn't have to think about the bills being paid, and you didn't have to think about the world and its problems. And you could just be a child enjoying. What did you think? What did you imagine for yourself in adulthood? What was that thing that you knew would be part of your life? For me, it was like this. I used to love looking at interior design books. I used to get the Pottery Barn catalog and just dream of having a house filled with Pottery Barn furniture. And I used to get Martha Stewart's book and go through it. And I remember when they started selling Martha Stewart at Kmart, that I would go and purchase little things. I bought Martha Stewart paint and I painted this wood shelf in my room with this paint color that was a Martha Stewart brand. And I used to create, and it brought me such joy. And I say used to because I don't always get the chance, probably like a lot of you, to just kind of do that stuff, the stuff that really excites you and lights you up. And I want to challenge you as a survivor to do that, to do one little step in the direction of what you used to dream about. And so I want to make that promise to you too. Um, I always said I had this dream of like speaking on stage and sharing my story, and I've done it in little increments and I've done it on YouTube, but I want to make sure that I do it in a way that really helps people see themselves in my story. That it's not just my story, but that my story could inspire them to do something in their life. So I'm just taking little steps on making sure that I do that and I can do it well. And as far as the creative side of that dream, I probably have to work on that too. I guess it would be to receive, to receive an abundance of working on what I'm working on. So getting paid to speak on stage. Let's just put it out there. So what is it before cancer that used to kind of light you up that you've forgotten about? I'd love for you to just kind of think about that. I'm gonna challenge you to just think about that because life is all this stuff, managing all these symptoms, but I think life is also living. I'll finish with Lori sharing her comment. Interior design was my dream. Now we're about to start remodeling. Oh, that's so good, Lori. You get to pick paint colors and do it all. Oh, I'm so excited for you. So excited for you. So I hope you all can find some positive things to look for in your life because you create it. This cancer journey. This is just a part of your story. It's not who you are. It is a part of your story. So I hope you all move forward in faith instead of fear and you start to dream again. So thank you for being here. And Rue Aries, thank you for sharing. Uh, she says, I'm in tears thinking about my life before cancer. Thank you so much for this live. Oh, you're welcome. It's still there. That life is still there. It never went away. It's just taken a back burner. So thank you all for listening. I hope you have the greatest day. Subscribe, and we'll do it again soon.